Hey everybody, I am filling in for Tina tonight for the day 22 of her Advent or Countdown to Christmas YouTube videos because she actually has a lace meeting tonight. And so I said, oh, I can do this. I've been making stockings. Not really, I made two. But I made one correctly, this one, and I sandwiched it right and it looks nice. So here I've got my little bunnies with their peppermint candies, and inside I have a poinsettia fabric there. But when I sandwiched it, I actually sandwiched this one correctly and I sewed it correctly so that the cuff goes all the way around like it's supposed to. But I'm going to show you how to fix a problem when you don't sew your cuff correctly. So I didn't sew my cuff correctly on this one. When I did my sandwich, my cuff should have been going all the way around my bee fabric because that's my outside. See, these are little Santa bees. I thought that they were super cute. So, you know, Santa bees. Anyway, so I'm going to show you how to fix this. And of course, being the silly person that I am, I had already gone ahead and sewn my opening shut. So what I actually have to do is seam rip this. So I'm going to show you kind of how to get started with the seam ripper. Probably not the right way, but it's the Kelli way. And I do have a fancy seam ripper. And then I will show you how to take this back because I actually have to pick out all my stitching on the inside and then re-sandwich the cuff correctly so that it goes around my outside stocking fabric. But at the end of this short video, it should be all finished. So this is the bottom of the inside stocking, and what I need to do now is I actually need to take out all of my stitches and make this a hole and flip everything back through again so that I can fix my boo-boo. And there is a way that you can kind of go in and spread your fabrics apart, but just to be safe, I am going to seam rip it kind of like, oh, see, I popped a little bit there. That's what I was trying not to do, was to get my seam ripper through the fabric. So not the best way to go about ripping your seam. Ideally, you want to be in between, there we go, your layers of fabric down in here. There we go. I just wanted to get it started. Okay. We'll see if we can make this big enough. And then I will have to re-sew this at the end. But that's all right. Okay. And see if there's enough. Okay. So there we go. I've got that open enough. And now what I have to do is I actually need to flip this back out and over, because when we make the sandwich, my bee fabric should be right side out and my poinsettia fabric should be wrong sides out so that I have my little sandwich. Okay, so now I've got my sandwich back together. There we go. All right, and now what I have to do is I have to rip this seam here all the way around the top. Okay, so I have my stocking all torn apart, and now I can take my fancy, if I want to, seam ripper end, and I can pull my old threads out. That way they don't get in the way. There we go. And I'll do that with the outside thread as well. There we go. Much better. And now I have to remake my sandwich properly. So the key to this was that when I sandwiched this, I did not get this cuff around this stocking correctly. So what I needed to do was take my cuff around my stocking, which is also going to have my little loop right here. And then let me just grab some clips. And turn my machine on too. Okay. So here's my inner layer and my loop. I'm just gonna clip those quick. And then do that. And I'm just trying to sort of keep my raw edges. I should really move this too. Hang on. So that was another thing. I kind of decided that I want my seam to the side. So let me fix that too while I'm making all of my changes here. Now the other thing I thought about that Tina pointed out is I could make this a reversible stocking. So if I took a loop and I put one here and I put one on the inside, you could actually make it so that you could reverse your stocking. However, I'm not feeling that ambitious, especially since I'm so close to just being done, after I made a mistake on this one. So I'm just going to put my sandwich back together. Now I'm going to take my inner lining here, and hang on a moment, I have to, there we go. Just gonna take this, and now we are going to line up the raw edges from the inner liner with everything going on inside. I'm gonna put maybe two. There we go. There. Nice. There. All right. So here's my top with my proper sandwich. So now you can see it is right side on the outer layer, right sides on the cuff, wrong side out towards me on my outer layer. And now I can sew this guy together. And now that I have that sandwich all sewn together correctly, I'm going to go back to that hole on my inner liner, and I'm going to pull the outer stocking through. Oh, gotta move all my little clips. There we go. And turn this guy inside out, and now, yes, now my loop is where it should be. My cuff goes all the way around the outer sock like it's supposed to. And I'm going to finish turning this inside out. Now I did use a purple thing to sort of work the seams and round the edges a little bit better earlier. And I am just going to try to sew this back together. I'll grab some of my excess threads here. And I'm going to sew a little closer to the edge this time because I did sew just a little further in than I would have liked. And yes, of course, you could have hand stitched this, but I'm going to machine stitch it. So now that my stocking is sewn correctly, I can take that inner liner and see my pretty poinsettias. That's what I put in the other stocking as well. And I am going to take this and just push it down into my stocking. And there we go. We now have a lovely Christmas stocking, and I don't know if this will be for the dog or the cat. I do have some little threads I'm gonna have to go trim, but there we go, all done. So this is actually a free Christmas stocking. It's called the Merry and Bright pattern by Ellie and Mac, and you cut 2 outer, 2 inner, and I used contrasting because I was trying to stretch some little remnant fabrics, but of course you can do whatever you'd like. And I also did go ahead and I went and used the Sure Tailor. I used the Pellon Sure Tailor, sort of a medium to lightweight. I guess it's kind of a lightweight. Fusible interfacing just to give it a little rigidity. I don't know, I just thought it would look nicer with a little bit of extra stability. And anyway, I just put together some fabrics that I liked. So 2 outer, 2 inner, and again, 2 pieces that are the fusible interfacing. There's a cuff piece that's a rectangle essentially, and a loop, and a little time. And there we go. Now we have our stockings. So we have all of our stockings hung and ready to go for all of the people and the animals in the house. So anyway, thank you for hanging out with me for Advent Day 22. And make sure that you tune in for 23 with Tina, because I think she's going to show you some really fun lace making stuff. So anyway, don't forget to take care of yourself mentally, emotionally, physically, and craftually. And follow us on all the places, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. I am trying to put up content everywhere. And don't forget, we have a newsletter and a website. So visit us at atwistedpico.com. I'm really excited because the Estonian books came. So if you had pre-ordered an Estonian book, they are all on their way to you. So it won't be a Christmas present, but it'll be just a little bit after Christmas present, because it's coming. I swear to you, it's coming. I was very excited to get all of those out today, and I do still have 11 copies left. So if you need one, better snag it, because these take forever to come in. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.